99.5 in Berbice. The radio with a difference.
CARICOM General Insurance, a better value for better protection. Get your ship and cargo covered with us today. To better serve you, you can now purchase your insurance online from the comfort of your home. CARICOM General Insurance Company, Inc., located at 121 Regent and Ornock Streets. You can contact us on telephone numbers 225-1787 or you can try 269-0020.
A pleasant good afternoon. Welcome to Kaieteur Radio, FM 99.1 in Demerara and Essequibo and 99.5 in Berbice. The radio with a difference. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2021, and you're listening to the Wake Up Guyana show with Tony from Machinoy. I want to thank you for joining us, and I want to tell you it's a privilege to spend this time with you, and I want to hear from you, so I will give you that number right now. It is 592-226-7453. 226-7453. WhatsApp messages only on 622 2222. 622 2222. Have a great show today. It's going to be lots of discussions. I'm going to get lots of phone calls because it's a topic that will resonate with each and every one of us. It's a very sad topic, heartbroken, heart-wrenching, but we have to talk about it because it's what's in the news. And before I talk about something deep as our topic, I want to share with you a little bit my weekend. So I took a trip on the ferry from Parica to Leg 1. And from Leg 1, I took a small boat to go over to Wakenham. Well, it's at Wakenham. It's that trip between Leg 1 and Wakenham that was quite interesting for me. So what happened was the water was very low, extremely low, to the point that we pretty much had to paddle the boat to get out of the coca and get into the deeper river. So once we get to the deeper river, we put on the engine and we crossed over to Wakenham, which only took just a few minutes from Leg 1 to Wakenham. Unfortunately, water was very low on the Wakenham side, so the captain had to put me out of the boat about 25 yards away from shore. And there was no water, so I walked about 25 yards in mud. Swamp mud. It felt like quicksand. Water was all the way up to literally my underwear. I had to take my pants off and literally walk in my underwear to get to shore for about 25 yards. And it reminded me of the story where a few weeks ago that we did on the 3 people who were put off in the Quarantine River coming from Suriname on the backtrack on a sandbank. I wasn't in water, I was in mud, but it was quite an experience, and I would like to tell you that being an adventurer, I thoroughly enjoyed it. But I'm so glad I didn't take anyone with me because I know they would have hated me for the rest of my life. So walking in quicksand is my first experience on the Essequibo River. I would invite you, if you're adventurous and you like to do crazy things like I do, like walk in quicksand, I try every Sunday to go somewhere different to see the length and breadth of this great and blessed nation. So if you want to join me, give me a call, stop by Kaieteur News and say to me, I want to go with you one of these Sundays. I go every Sunday, it's a different location. And you must be an adventurer, though, because I don't want people to come and complain and whine, and I don't like that. I want people who can take lemon and make lemonade out of it, because that's what I had to do. The boat captain was very, very unhappy that he had to put me out in the mud, but I told him it's not a problem. I actually was enjoying it. So that's the light side of my weekend. And how was your weekend? I hope you had an enjoyable weekend, as I did. So today, I want to talk to you about a very serious topic. It's been in the news. You've heard that thieves a couple days ago went into a home and robbed the people, and in the process of the robbery, a 10-year-old boy whose name is Anthony was killed by the alleged thieves. The thing that particularly broke my heart about that story, which happened just a few days ago, is that it seems to be like no one cared. I was expecting people to say enough is enough, and I was expecting people to be outraged, angry, and hurt. But I've been waiting a few days, and I haven't seen no outrage. I haven't seen no anger. I haven't seen no hurt. What I do see is indifference. Indifference. Let's juxtapose that story or compare it to a story just a few weeks ago that happened in nearby Trinidad. A young lady, 22 years old, Andrea Barrett, was kidnapped in a taxi and brutally murdered. The entire country of Trinidad came out. They were angry, they were enraged, they were hurt, and they called for the death penalty for the perpetrators. Even the Attorney General of Trinidad and Tobago was willing to say all options are on the table. Let's bring that back home. We have a 10-year-old. A 10-year-old brutally murdered in his own home. Where is our outrage? Where is our anger? Where is our hurt? Where is it? Where is it? What kind of people are we? That a 10-year-old can die and no one seems to care. Think about that mother for a minute. You know, there's nothing, no death, nothing in this world more traumatic, more traumatizing, more painful, more hurtful than losing a child. You see, if our spouse dies, it hurts. Yes, we grieve. Yes, it's not an easy experience, but when a child dies, it's unlike any experience that we can go through. Because we expect our spouse to die, we expect our parents to die, we expect our brothers and our sisters, our uncles, our aunts, we expect all these people to die. But we never expect our children to die before us. And that's what makes it traumatic. That's what makes it trying. That's what makes it troubling. So there's a mother who's grieving. There's a mother who's lost her son. And the society goes on like nothing happened. Can you believe this? What will it take for us as a society to say enough is enough? How many people have to be brutally murdered before we get tired and say we're sick and tired of being sick and tired? Enough is enough. How many more have to die? Are we so callous? Have we become so indifferent? Have we become so numb to the killing that it doesn't affect us anymore? Have we lost our ability to feel pain? I want to hear from you today. I'm going to open the phone lines, and I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you, those who oppose the death penalty. I want to hear from you. I want you to look that mother in her eyes and tell her that the perpetrators don't deserve the death penalty. I want you to come on this air and you tell me why the perpetrators should not be given the death penalty. You see, this society for over 30 years, and several presidents have never implemented the death penalty, with the exception of President Hoyt, some almost 3 decades ago. Guyana, this nation, this state, has not executed not one person. I'm asking President Ali. I'm asking him to be the first. I'm asking him to be courageous. I am asking him to put all options on the table for the perpetrators. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. just this year in January, the United States of America executed a woman. Did you hear me? The United States of America in the 2021 January of this year executed a woman. And we have some brutal murderers in our country, and not one have been executed in 30 years. That's a shame. That's embarrassing. We need to call for the death penalty. We need leaders who are courageous enough to implement. It's on the books. Execute it. Put it on the table. And stop being afraid of those outside forces who tell us that the death penalty is cruel and unusual punishment. You tell that to that mother today. You tell her that you think that the death penalty, that those who kill her son to take their lives, is cruel and unusual punishment. The number to reach us is 226-7453. Caller, go right ahead, please. Go right ahead. Hello, caller? Caller, go right ahead, please. Okay. The number to reach us is 226-7453. Or WhatsApp 622-2222. 622-2222. Do you know the sad thing about losing a child? It causes, in many situations, that marriage between those two people end up in divorce, all because of the loss of a child. You see, what happens is that when you lose a child, if you have a weak marriage, it becomes weaker. It weakens, and sometimes it failed. But if you have a strong marriage and you lose a child, it strengthens and it makes that marriage stronger. So I say to you, losing a child, it kills a mother. Oh, she doesn't die physically, but she dies emotionally. She dies psychologically. She dies spiritually, because it's something she may never get over. All the hopes and dreams for the child goes down the drain. I want to hear from you today. I want you to talk to me. Tell me if you feel the pain of this woman who've lost her Tony or Anthony. I want to know if you feel like I feel, heartbroken. If your heart this morning is heavy, that this nation, that our country, that our society goes on, life goes on like nothing happened. When a child, a 10-year-old child dies. The number to reach us is 226-7453. 226-7453. WhatsApp 622-2222. Caller, go right ahead. Caller, go right ahead, please. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes, I could not be more for you. I really agree with you. Because, when somebody comes to take something from you, they're telling themselves that they must not be caught. There is no trail to be left for you to get to them. So they're coming with a criminal mind. And I don't see why we, the taxpayer, has to be treating these people. And they got to get everything, tablet, internet, everything you think about. They are better off in there. And my take today is, oh yes, the death penalty should be back on track, because some people don't give nothing. They don't care about anybody's life. They don't care what you do to get what you got. They got to get it by all means. You have a blessed day.
Thank you, caller. Before you go, let me ask you a question, caller. You there? Okay. Thank you, for caller. When are we going to be safe in this country? When are we going to be able to not have grills on our doors, on our windows? When we'll be able to walk without having to look back? When we'll be able to sleep at night and not have to get up every minute to check the doors? When will we have peace in our home? When will we feel safe in our home? I hear a lot of talks about oil and money and this and that and progress. I want to hear about safety. I want to hear about security, because if we have no safety and security, what good is it you have all the money in the world and you can't sleep peacefully at night? What good is it? Who wants to live in a society with grills all over their doors and windows? Who want to live in a society where people constantly have to watch their back, doesn't feel safe? Who wants to live in such a place? Why? Why, Guyana? Why we watch a 10-year-old die, murdered brutally, and why are we silent? Why are we not saying anything? I want to hear from you. The number to reach us is 226-7453. Caller, go ahead. Okay, we have an open line right now, so please, the number to reach us is 226-7453, 226-7453. I am tired of when a crime takes place, the leaders, the politicians, they go and visit the family and take a picture and put it in the newspapers for the whole world to see. And that's it. Nothing else happens after that. The perpetrators not brought to justice. The perpetrators not being executed if they murder people. I am tired of the photo ops. I am tired of it. Caller, go right ahead. Caller, go right ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Tony.
Yes, good afternoon.
There is an answer to that.
Yes.
You have to check the Bible, right? But there is no peace in the world anymore. And that's why all these things take place. I think so.
Caller, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Does the Bible support the death penalty? You there, caller? Okay, we lost that caller. So we got plenty of calls coming in. So please call us at 226-7453. 226-7453. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you because I believe most of Guyana, all of Guyana, supports the death penalty. And if we do, why is our leaders not executing these people who deserve to die? I want to hear from you. Do you or do you not support the death penalty for hideous murder? Every year you hear reports, oh, crime is going down. You hear the police always talk about crime going down. Well, if crime is going down, why do we still feel unsafe as a society? most people on the streets do not believe those reports that they hear about crime going down. Violence crime, I believe, it's my opinion, that violence crime in this country is going up. Think about it. 10-year-old brutally murdered in the safety of his home and his family. Come on, people. What will it take? What will it take? Caller, go right ahead, please. Caller, go right ahead.
Good afternoon, Tony.
Good afternoon.
I support the death penalty. I support it, and I know that Mr. Haidt, when he bring it back before he die, a lot of them hideous crime like that, they stop in this country. And I can't see why they can't bring it back now.
So, caller, let me ask you this. Caller,
wrong. Listen to me, Tony. Listen to me.
Go ahead.
Something really wrong in this country with our leaders. You can't sit back and all of this happening around people and, just listening to the outer world them and think, they just hang people themselves when these things happen. Why they can't bring it back here? You understand, Tony? But all I got to say, right?
Yes.
They're telling you in Guyana here, right, that you mustn't take law in your hand. Mr. Tony, I is a father, and I can tell you the truth. I got a nice 4-pound axe. You hear what I'm telling you? And it's sharp and nice, just ready to go. Anytime something like that, I going to court with the lawyer for represent me. I telling you, Mr. Tony, have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I personally believe, this is my opinion, that no one gonna be given the death penalty if they come from a poor, peasant, and disadvantaged and oppressed family. This is why leaders do not care. When one of their leaders, when one of their children get killed, get murdered, only then will they execute the death penalty. In the meanwhile, those who are poor and powerless and voiceless and helpless and hopeless, they can die and be murdered and brutalized, and no one cares. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. Thank you.
CARICOM General Insurance, a better value for better protection. Get your ship and cargo covered with us today. To better serve you, you can now purchase your insurance online from the comfort of your home. CARICOM General Insurance Company, Inc., located at 121 Regent and Ornock Streets. You can contact us on telephone numbers 225-1787, or you can try 269-0020.
Kaieteur Radio, keeping you informed.
Demerara and Essequibo 99.1 FM.
Burby's 99.5 FM. Kaieteur Radio.
Welcome back to the Kaieteur Radio, FM 99.1 in Demerara and Essequibo, and 99.5 in Burby's. The radio with a difference. You are listening to the Wake Up Guyana show with Tony from Machinoy. The number to reach us is 226-7453, 226-7453. Other media outlets that you can listen to this show, there's a My Garden app, there's Kaieteur News Online, there's My Tuner app, and of course you can listen to us on YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp. One of the things that happens when a child dies is that the parents blames each other. The parents fight and blame each other. And one of the difficult things is that what also causes problems in the marriage is when a child dies is that the husband and the wife, they grieve differently. In some cases, the husband doesn't cry much for the child, but it does not mean that he's not grieving. On the other hand, the wife may be crying all day and all night, and she may want to know how come her husband is not crying, how come he's not grieving. But people are different, people react differently, and sometimes that can cause friction and problems in the marriage. And this is why the death of a child is really a difficult task for marriage when your child dies. The number to reach us again is, caller, go right ahead. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes.
Is this Tony?
Yes.
Kaieteur Radio?
Yes, go right ahead, please.
Okay, I think the hanging should come back
Why you say that, caller?
because we're having too much of crime.
And you think crime is high right now in our society?
But yes, it is.
And do you believe, caller, in your lifetime, before you take your last breath, do you believe that you would see somebody get executed, the death penalty?
Pardon me, go back again.
Okay, do you believe that the government, either today, tomorrow, next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now, will they give anybody the death penalty? You there, caller?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. Do you understand
Yes.
my question?
No, I don't.
Okay. Let me tell you, I don't believe, and tell me if you agree with me or disagree with me,
Yes.
in my lifetime,
Yes.
in the next 50 years, I don't believe that this government, any government in the next 50 years, will execute a single murderer. I don't believe they have the courage, they have the guts. I don't believe I will see it in my lifetime. What
Okay, well, I think they should bring it back now.
you think they should do it right now?
Yes,
And I agree with you. And thank you for calling, okay?
you're welcome.
Okay, have a good day. We can say whatever we want about Donald Trump, but Donald Trump believes in executing cold-blooded, hideous murderers. And he is so believe in justice that even a woman who was a cold-blooded murderer was executed under his administration. But here in Guyana, we feel more sympathy and empathy for the murderers, for the perpetrators. We beg for them, please, please don't give them the death penalty. It is too cruel. Today we have a mother grieving for her son, grieving for Anthony. What are you going to say to her? Why can our leaders be more courageous and start bringing people and giving them justice? The only thing this woman can give this woman justice is if the perpetrators are given nothing less than the death penalty. Callers, go right ahead. Caller, go right ahead. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, go right ahead, please.
I'm on the program, Kaieteur News.
Yes, go right ahead, please.
My contribution this afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yes.
I'm very grieved and concerned citizen about the incident, and I agree with you. This is time for we, all Guyanese, every one of us, feeling the pain, and we must show it out. and call on all who responsible for security, for our safety,
Yes.
especially the police force. They must do the work, come out by in the full support.
Caller, let me ask you this. Do you feel safe in your home?
No,
Do you
But-
feel, for the last 20 years, have you felt safe in your home?
no. But
Do
I'm
you-
telling you this, we can't wait for the past. It's present we're speaking about, and
Yes.
we could get together now and do it now and don't wait for nothing.
Caller, do you think they're going to do it?
Well, if if the government gets support, the opposition gets support, we people,
Caller, but do you
Chinese people get together,
Yes.
we could have it done.
do you agree that most of Guyana wants the death penalty? Do you agree with that?
Let me hear you again.
Do you agree that most people in Guyana supports the death penalty?
Yeah, if I think they used this to, it happened before,
Yes.
and because since they stop it, it getting more rapid, and there is no other option. But I think this is the best. Let it get hung, death penalty, and then it would ease up. They would get scared when they know their neck got to go to the rope, or shock them or something.
Thank-
by shocking a chair, electrical chair,
Yes.
or something. It's time to improve,
And-
and we feel more safe in Guyana. We Guyanese going through a lot and insecure.
Caller,
I'm
don't
concerned and give my condolence to the family.
Thank-
I'm deeply sorry. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you. I just want to know. I want to know, where are the people who cares about this mother? Where are they? I've been waiting a few days. I saw this story a few days ago, and I remained quiet. I wanted to wait. I wanted to see if people gonna be angry, outraged about what happened. So I let it sit. But now I can't let it sit anymore. I don't see anybody outraged. I don't see anybody angry. I don't see anybody who's heartbroken for this mother. Where are the people with a conscience? Where are the people in this country? Where are they? Are they alive? Are they so indifferent? Where are our leaders? I don't want no more photo ops. I want more. Caller, go right ahead. You're on the Wake Up Guyana show.
Hi.
Yes, go right ahead,
Good
please.
afternoon. It's time Guyanese wake up. I am saying wake up because my take today is that the judiciary has failed the Guyanese people. That is my take today.
And-
because when you can take the law and make it lawless, nobody. You know, I could remember a piece of time people say, you know, I can pick up something and put 2 good lash in you and pay a fine for you. The fine is $1,500. They don't know what they're going to do, what they got to do to get back there. So what is going on today is that somebody knows somebody, or somebody, friend, nephew, grandson, somebody, and they just don't care. Because when you hold me, I got people who can release me. If not in the small place, in the higher place. Jackets can disappear. And that is my take today, and I'm mad about it.
Thank you.
If the hanging has to come back, this little child's story should be compulsory for the hanging to come back and start immediately. That's my take today. I'm very much disturbed about it.
And I'm so glad there's someone who's disturbed, who's distraught, who feel this mother pain. I am
Yes.
so glad that you do, because I want to know, where are our people? Let me ask you this, caller.
Yes, sir.
Do you believe that if this happened to a rich person, a politician, one of our leaders, do you believe that they will act totally different? Do you believe that?
To be honest with you, as I said before, I blame it on the judiciary. That is where I place my blame. I don't place it on a politician because a policeman is there to do what they are supposed to do. A magistrate, a judge, a prosecutor. When you can see, we can't do this man nothing because we can't find his jacket. Where could his jacket be if it was in your presence? So I blame it on the judiciary.
I have to go to a break, caller. Thank you for a minute. Yes, thank you. Got to go to a break.
Kaieteur Radio, keeping you informed.
Demerara and Essequibo 99.1 FM.
Burby's 99.5 FM. Kaieteur Radio.
Welcome back to the Wake Up Guyana show. Caller, go right ahead with your question or comment, please. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Tony.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Mr. Tony.
Yes.
We don't have no justice in this country. My grandson got murdered 2 years back. And the man that murdered my grandson is free. Because, you know what? The police them take the bribe and dug the jacket. And the man gets free, and there's no justice.
How old was your grandson?
My grandson was 15 years old.
Okay. 15.
And he was just
teenager.
ready to go for right CXC.
Okay, caller. Thank you. I got lots of calls coming in. Thank you for calling. I got lots of calls, so please remember to be brief with your comments and your question because today we have lots of calls and we want to give everyone an opportunity to call in. So please, caller, go right ahead with your question or comment. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
I believe, I mean, everybody get your opinion, but I don't believe in the death penalty. Now, let me tell you why. There's a whole saying, and within you don't believe, 2 wrongs do not make a right. Now, 1 wrong for committing a crime like that, right? It's very wrong doing that. But then hanging a person doesn't mean that you're giving justice to the person who lost that relative. Because the relative could never come back whether you...
But caller, what if...
Listen to me,
okay,
right?
Go right ahead.
Secondly, justice do not belong to man. Justice belongs to God. Because many people get executed, and they get executed innocently. You understand? So what I'm trying to say, justice belongs to God, not man. And sometimes it is better to give a man a long time in prison to be punished for that crime other than executing him. Execution is a one-off something. But if you left a man in jail for years for punished for that crime, it is more worse than if you take him.
But caller, right? how many people are getting life in prison today? Have you been listening to the news where several of those? Let me finish. Several of those murder charges been commuted to manslaughter. Have you been following that, sir?
Yes.
Have you been following people getting 88 years and then it commuted and changed to, you can go now after 15 or 20? Have you been following that?
Yes.
But listen to me, caller. Listen to me.
That is
if the
but what I'm saying,
if the victim, let me finish. If the victim says, this is what I want, you may not think it's justice, but this is what I want. I want the person that killed my child, I want them to be executed. For me, that's justice. That's my opinion of justice. Would you deny them that?
That is your opinion, right? But everybody get your opinion. You know the judge that sentencing a man to death is a murderer also.
No, because sir.
If the judge do not pass that sentence, it cannot put out. So the judge itself is a murderer by sentencing a man to death.
Sir,
look at it on another perspective. The judge who passed in that verdict on a man to be hung to be killed by hanging, it means that judge is a murderer also because he put out an order.
Okay, caller. Thank you very much. Let's give somebody else an opportunity.
I don't believe in that. Sir.
Okay,
I
got you. So this is one of a few callers who is against the capital punishment. But as we can hear from these calls, the majority of Guyana believes in the death penalty. Caller, go right ahead. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Wake Up Guyana show. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Caller, go right ahead. Raj, I think that's a missed call. Thank you. Going back to this previous caller, everybody have a different opinion of justice. Some people, caller, welcome to the Wake Up Guyana show. Go right ahead.
Brother Tony, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
And how are you?
I am too blessed to be depressed and too anointed to be disappointed. Thank you for asking.
Thank you so much. I think you should remember this voice. A month ago, I was telling you that people who did wrong things, killing, murdering, supposed to be executed long ago. I don't know if you remember that.
I remember you and I've been calling for, we are probably the only two people that have been calling on a daily basis for those hideous crime, hideous murder, those who killed our women and children, for them to be executed. I will never forget your voice. Go right ahead,
Brother
please.
Tony, this gentleman said just now that if the judiciary passed an order to kill their murderers by themselves, why is it there is law?
Thank you very much. And
Why there is law, but the government have to pass that law. Then the judiciary must take step into all these crimes. That's what's happening in this country.
Caller, look, we've had, since President Haidt, we had the Jagon, Mr. and Mrs. Jagon. We had, in no particular order, we had Mr. Hines. We had Mr. Jack Dio. After Mr. Jack Dio, we had Mr. Ramatar. Then Mr. Granger. And not a single person was executed under any of their time in office.
They're giving them 50 years, 90 years, and taxpayers' money have to mind them and make them happy inside the jail.
Yes. Thank you,
think
caller.
that is fair?
Thank you, caller. We got plenty of calls coming in. You have a good day. Well, Guyana, there's some people who still cares. There's some people who believe that those brutal crimes deserve a equal punishment. The caller, go right ahead. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Wake Up Guyana show.
Good afternoon, Mr. Tony.
Yes, good afternoon.
Brother Tony, you got to pay attention to the phone. You block a lot of people's calls.
I'm so sorry, and thank you for reminding us. Here's what happened. When 20 people call, because so many people call on the show, when 20 people call, only one of the 20 can get through, and the 19 blocks everybody else out.
Yeah, but when you hold up with the people them calls, you're talking one thing over.
Okay.
You gotta listen to people them.
All right, go.
Yeah, Mr. Tony, let me tell you something about this.
Yes.
This murder, the human rights have set this thing when Haiti bring back murder, the hanging. The human rights came in and said that you can't hang nobody, you can't murder nobody. But what me say, this is an independent country. This country is independently, and the government, the president of this country should set an example. Bring back the hanging, bring back the cat nine tail. That man who said that he not agree with that thing, he eventually, if you check your record, he must be murdered already.
Thank you, caller. Let's give somebody else an opportunity. You have a good day, and thank you for calling. The number to reach us is 226-7453, 226-7453. Caller, go right ahead. Welcome to the Wake Up Guyana show. Go right ahead.
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Go ahead.
I do feel that the government should use every power that they have and in every department to deal with criminal matter like that, because since in Boabis, when those three young men lost their life, I think this whole country should learn from that, and I feel every resource it should really use.
Sir, this country has become so numb that they don't feel any person pain when that person dies. It's just like I think some people feel more pain when a dog dies on the street than when a child gets brutally murdered. This is how numb, callous, indifferent we have become as a society.
Because when you as a mother or a family in the world, where you have to lose someone, someone come into your house and take your child just like that. It really hurt. I don't care what. You should use our resources, because you see in Trinidad, our resources should be used. And I feel our security system don't need a whole shoveling up. They need to shovel up this whole place. But we're going on, it is too small, and we have too much resources. We need to use what we have and shovel up this whole place.
What we need, caller, is more courageous leaders. Leaders who would do what is right for the society. The majority of the people in Guyana want the death penalty to be executed, to be implemented. The majority. If you don't agree,
Something is wrong with you.
Yes, let's have a referendum and let's vote. I want President Ali to say, let's
I'm
have
going to
a
give somebody else a chance, sir.
yes, let's have a referendum. Thank you, sir. You have a good day. I want President Ali to know. We're calling on you. You be the first, President Ali, the first to bring back the death penalty. Let this be your legacy. Caller, go right ahead. Welcome to the Wake Up Guyana show.
The death penalty like a drop of sleep.
Yes, go right ahead.
Where is the human rights? Where are they?
The human rights, sir, you know, those are the people who cry and complain. Don't kill them.
Their family,
yes.
They're never involved in them things.
Correct. They cry.
I don't think there's human beings.
The human rights give more rights to the murderer, to the perpetrator, to the killers than to the victims.
Lie in the police force. If somebody kill and you can't find them, carry the parents down and lock them up until you find them. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for calling. The human rights, that body, I don't call them the human rights. I call them the rights of the perpetrator, because that's who they defend more than the victims. They worry about the human rights of the perpetrator, but not so much of the victim. So we, as a society, we have it backwards. We should worry more about the victims. This mother. Caller, go right ahead. Welcome to the Wake Up Guyana show.
Yes, Tony from Mancuni.
Yes, sir. Go right ahead, please.
You know, first of all, right, before you bring back the hanging, right?
Yes.
You have to start from the cat lining. You have to bring back cat lining first. And then you move up to hanging. Where cat line, all the thief man and the choke and rob and thing, who turn into bandits, you're going to block them up. You understand me?
Yes.
And then you move to the hanging.
Yes.
Because they're not going to move to the hanging right away.
Well, it's been over 30 years, sir. How much more longer do we have to wait for them to move to the hanging? Yes. 30. We haven't had one in 30 years.
Yes, I agree with you, sir. But here, like you got to start from scratch, then, right?
Well, we can't start from scratch. We were scratch for 30 years. We had so many presidents, and not one of them was able to have the guts, the courage to do what Mr. Hyde did. Execute them.
Well, it's the same thing, right? For we to have a good government in this country, we have to start back from scratch. Because if we can allow the same government one after another go back there, it's the same 6 and 4.
Yes, sorry, this is what I like about you. You're 6 and 4. I agree with you 6 and 4, but I like to say they're all from the same mango tree.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
All the government is from the same mango tree.
Yes, I know.
I know you're 6 and 4 guy, and I'm the mango tree guy. We need to get the right people who have the courage.
Here what's going to happen.
Yes.
You see this human rights, right? This is where you have to conquer them too. Because they're going to fight against the hanging.
Oh, yes, the human rights and those outside of Guyana, like the European Unions and these other organizations who gives us money and who pressures us.
Yes.
They say, if you want our money, you have to not kill the hideous murderers. You can't get money if you kill them. We have to say, keep your money. Get out of our business. We got to do like what Trump did. He put this woman to death. He gave her the death penalty. Can you imagine that? The death penalty to a woman. It hadn't happened in 70 years in the United States that a woman was executed.
Okay, Mr. Tony.
Yes, sir.
Don't you feel that the government, if they make law for themselves, put this law to them, from the president come right to the wrong, you don't think we can have a change in this country?
Sir, I'm not sure. I don't believe in my lifetime. I don't believe in my lifetime that same mango tree gonna taste any different. Every year the mango gonna grow and it's gonna taste the same. It's gonna start with some little flowers and then it's gonna blossom and it's gonna turn green and then it's gonna turn yellow and it's gonna turn the same and it's gonna be the same thing. I don't care which government is in or which government is out.
Yes, but you're right, because the day they give out, or we ain't getting out. No,
Oh,
we ain't getting out.
thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a good day, sir. We are out of time. We thank you for spending this time with us. We thank you, those in the diaspora, the A, B, C, C, E, America, Britain, Canada, the Caribbean, and Europe, those in the hinterlands and the riverine communities, and those across the length and breadth of this great and blessed nation. It's truly a pleasure to spend this time with you Monday through Friday at 1400 hours. And remember, as we go, pray for that mother who lost our precious 10-year-old Anthony. Lift her up in prayer. No one feels her pain. No one can feel the pain that she's going through. Only God in heaven knows. So pray. Pray that she be able to stand strong. Pray for her family to stay together. Pray for her marriage to get stronger and not weaker. Pray for our nation, that God will break our hearts, that we will become more compassionate, more sympathetic, more empathetic, more caring, more loving to our fellow citizens. Pray for our president, that he will be the first president in 30 years to execute cold-blooded murderers. Pray that he get the courage to do it. Pray for our people as we go through a pandemic. Those who are lost their jobs, lost their homes, lost their families. Pray for them. Pray for the Wake Up Guyana show. Remember tonight to listen to Mr. Glenn Lal. Tonight, Mr. Glenn Lal is on the Glenn Lal show at 7:20 p.m. Please listen tonight to Mr. Glenn Lal as he talks about corruption, corruption, corruption. You need to hear how your money is being taken right in front of your eyes. Listen tonight and listen every Monday, Wednesday, Friday to the Glenn Lal show right here on Kaieteur Radio. And for rebroadcast of that show, listen at 1100 hours on a daily basis. Reminding you to be with us tomorrow at 1400 hours for the Wake Up Guyana show. And reminding you that weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. May God bless you, and may God bless this great and blessed nation, Guyana. Thank you. Bye, Tony from Mike Coney saying goodbye. See you later.